Going live on Insta. Not Insta, YouTube. I don't normally like trucker hats, flat billed hats. I don't think they look good on me, but I feel like this one's kind of hilarious and appropriate today. Hey there, I'm Heather Gray, aka the Lyme Boss, and I work with fast paced professional women who want to get a handle on their Lyme disease, their mystery digestive issues, and their anxiety and depression. Period. The three things that I wish I would have known that it could have saved me thousands and saved me many, many years was one, get a coach. I just did a podcast with Dr. Rawls not too long ago. And at the end of the podcast, after we got done recording, he said, you know, what the world needs is more coaches like yourself and less doctors. You know, those were the words out of his mouth. And sadly, I found that to be true in my health journey with Lyme disease is that I like most people, were focused on treatment, focused on treatment, focused on treatment. Nobody had talked to me about laying down the foundations: lifestyle, diet, rest, exercise, stress reduction, nervous system retraining, right? All these things that really need to be in place in order to build a healthy structure, right? The treatment, getting over this stuff and staying over this stuff. Like that was the other problem that I had is I kept relapsing because I never truly dialed in all the pieces. And so anybody that comes at you with some fast, quick, slick gizmo, one size fits all, run. Run because you're going to end up wasting time and money. But the reason I bring this up is because all too often, I know, right? There's so many cliches. It's always darkest before the dawn, right? We've been tested. I feel like we're getting tested sometimes. And it's like, how bad do you want it? How bad do you want it? And are you willing to do whatever it takes to get better? When you work with a coach, I get a lot of, hey, I get a lot of, what do they call that? Objections these days of people are like, well, I've already done this and I've done this and I've done this and I've done this and I've spent this and I've done this. Yeah, so did I. So did I. And I still had to keep picking myself up off the ground, shaking, dusting myself off, and starting over again. Because what's your alternative? To give up? To stop? Right? When I found a coach, that's when my life started to turn around because a coach helped me put a lot of the pieces to the puzzle together. And some of you have been like, but I've already worked with a coach and I've already worked with a practitioner. I've already done the things. I challenge you. You haven't done all of the things, otherwise, you still wouldn't be in the place that you are. There's still another rock for you to look under. There's still another stressor that you haven't considered, right? And a coach can help dial that in and making the time shorter and the cost shorter. I spent so much money and so much time chasing white rabbits down holes until I got with a coach. And then within 3 months, I was able to like supercharge my healing path and actually see the path that I was on and know where I was going instead of, oh, let's just kind of blindly look over here, bump. Let's look over here, bump. A coach helped me put things together. If you think about it, some of the most successful, wealthiest, amazing, talented people in the world are all working with coaches, whether it be a sports coach or a business coach or a mindset coach or a health coach. Even back when I was single after my divorce, I was single for 7 freaking years. I went on hundreds of dates. I'm not even exaggerating. And I did hire a coach. I went through courses. I read books to help me understand why I was in the position that I was in. You know, so I will always work with a coach, and that's no different now that I'm in business for myself. That's I've had several coaches and I've spent a lot of money, and at some point it's like you have to ask yourself, how bad do you want it? How bad do you want to get better? How bad do you want to get your life back? Right? Because then, only then, when you will say, I'm willing to do whatever the frick it takes, and actually doing that is when the magic starts to happen. Are you there yet? So I know I said three things. So the first thing was to work with a coach. Second thing was to not give up. Never give up. All those other practitioners that I spent money on, even the freaking bankruptcy that I had to file, I learned something from every single freaking lesson. Every single one. All the failed dates that I went on, I got to learn, oh, well, that's not what I want in a person, right? So it dialed me in just a little bit more. So, number one, get a coach. Number two, Don't give up. Number 3, work on the foundations of health. Stop chasing treatments. Have a healthy day.